prepare your bodies, prepare your souls, because you may not live through this one, so you better be going out on a good note. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Luminous. We are casting Virtus.pro versus Fnatic.eu in what has turned out to be a circus of a series. You're watching Beyond the Summit. This is our weekend cup. Tomorrow, Team Liquid is going to be playing the winner of this best out of 3 in a best out of 5 to decide who walks home with $500 in prizes for this cup. I also want to mention really quickly that we have one more match coming up after this. It is going to be the last Fistful of Tangos match before the Grand Finals. It will be Cinderin facing off against S4. If you missed the earlier match, S4 did in fact defeat Sing Sing in the second to last round of the losers bracket. The winner of that match is going to play Old Man Fear in the Grand Finals. That will be broadcast live here at Beyond the Summit. We'll give you full schedule details after this particular broadcast ends. But for now, well, let's just try and get our heads into the game. I'm LD. Oh yeah, I already said that. Hey, Libby.
What's up? Good intro, by the way.
Thanks. So Fnatic, going back to the classic for them, the CK Wisp mid, and then we're going to see the, well, maybe not mid, but and then the Hani Tinker. So more what we expect from Fnatic, I would say.
Well, no, Virtus.pro's been really on top of banning Tinker on the second stage, and Fnatic's like, you know what? We'll take it the first stage then, and they even get the Wisp CK alongside with it. So if Tinker gets a very quick boot to travel, we could see some like 3-man global ganks. And last time I checked, when you are getting ganked by 3, you're probably dead.
Yeah, and normally you're very hesitant to go Prophet when you're up against Wisp, but I guess they felt like they were backed into a corner because they already gave up the Wisp, and you don't want to give away Wisp Prophet, so you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. But picking the Prophet he's a hero that Wisp with CK just feasts on. We'll see. Wisp is a weak laning hero. The ideal plan for VP is aggressive tri-lane, run Prophet as a solo, and just constantly pressure the Wisp lane, try and get a lot of early kills, because if you don't, then the Prophet is food later on. So that's the only way I can see VP playing this and having any kind of success.
Yeah, also Wisp is in a very decent position right now. One of the better way to deal with the Wisp is that when he TPs in, you try to kill the Wisp as quick as possible, in such a case that, the CK gets left behind, for example. But look at the burst damage, or better yet, the lack of insta-burst damage on Virtus.pro. Illuminate does a lot, Wrath of Nature does a decent amount, so does Calldown, but these are not exactly something you could rely upon. So I feel like the Wisp CK combo is going to be very, very powerful. The only thing that this combo really have to worry about is blind. 80% miss for 2 seconds. It could be enough to actually allow Virtus.pro to get some TPs in or get some stuns going. So we'll see how it goes. And we see some very, very strange bans coming out of the second ones. OD, Earthshaker. I'm not sure what these guys are banning, but
well, OD is rather annoying for Tinker to lane against, so I guess that kind of makes sense. He's also a good defensive hero. He's good against illusion carries. I suppose it's a kind of reasonable pick. Also with Fnatic.eu, they do sometimes dual. In fact, they often dual lane mid their CK Wisp. I don't know if we'll see it this game, but that's kind of one of the ways to dodge the primary counter to Wisp, which is an offensive tri-lane. If she's not mid, or if she's not in the safe lane, then you can't offensive tri-lane the enemy mid. So we'll see. I'm interested to see. Also, Fnatic's on the Radiant, so they can abuse mid pulls. I think we might see these two go mid, maybe Tinker safe lane, and then Tinker's hard to dive. I really feel like this game just comes down to the lanes. If VP can't find the right lanes to put pressure on the Wisp Tinker early, they lose. I don't see them winning this game unless Fnatic makes some big mistakes. If that Wisp gets level 6, there's so many easy kills on the map.
I agree, and it's also if you know you're going to face against a Wisp CK mid, it's definitely very difficult to lane that mid. Who do you actually put in mid? Gyro's not going to cut it. He's going to die in like 2-shot. And suddenly Weaver and Bane Elemental is going to get banned as well. These are VP's, I don't want to say go-to hero, but they're definitely very experienced with these heroes.
I mean, it's almost like you have to aggressive jungle, because you can't dual lane to counter their dual lane, because they're Radiant, so they can mid pull. You can't. It's like you have to pick an Enchantress or a Chen. Maybe run the Gyrocopter as a roamer. That could work. The problem is they don't have the best roaming lineup, because Keeper Prophet doesn't roam well. I feel like VP's really boxed in with this draft.
I mean, again, VP's one of those teams that will come out of nowhere with a strat.
Yeah, that's true.
They Reaver tri-lane with clock support, so I won't put anything past them. Now, that Magnus, by the way, no, sorry, I was going to say, where's Magnus? He's the first person that's banned out, so never mind. So yeah, I wonder where VP's going to go, but right now it's back to Fnatic. They still need another support and perhaps another long lane. And we'll see how it goes. One thing that's also possible is a Wisp CK plus another on a tri-lane, offensive tri-lane, but that's not something I expect coming out from Fnatic.
They are on the Radiant side, and tri-laning on the Radiant side is a little bit safer because you can hold their big camp and get some experience. They go for Shadow Demon. Just wanting that disengage hero, just any hero that'll help keep them alive. So I think maybe we're probably looking at Tinker. Well, either way, it could be the Tinker Shadow Demon safe lane, the CK Wisp mid, or it could be CK Wisp Shadow Demon mid, towards the bottom lane, and then Tinker mid. Either is possible. I think the dual lanes are the way to go here, though, because really, how are you going to dive a Tinker if he goes March build early? It's just so freaking dangerous. And VP goes Rubik, a strong roamer. I'm curious what this last pick is going to be.
Also, strong food to Wisp CK combo. That's all I'm gonna say.
They're all pretty much even like what's not strong. Even if you're like a Nyx, if you get caught by the initial tether stun, you die before you can read. And there's like nothing that can live through that combo if they get the level 6. Bounty Hunter. Oh boy.
So we're gonna go old school long lane with a bounty. Shadow Demon's gonna support Tinker on the bot lane. He's mostly gonna pull and allow Tinker to march farm basically the creep wave. The cool thing about Shadow Demons, yeah, he's gonna provide a lane support early on for the Tinker disruption. And then there's layers and layers of March. You're never going to kill him, and you're probably going to die as a result. In late game, you can actually disrupt the Wisp. Again, you want to focus Wisp if you're playing it against it, because if you kill him, you remove a lot. And the cool thing about disrupting a Wisp is that he could still provide any tether overcharge, any tether heal within disruption. That sounds pretty OP, but it works like that, and I'm not sure if Fnatic draft that with that in mind, but suddenly I have no idea what the team fight capability of the Dire team. Like, they have good heroes, VP, but they don't have a good team fight. Yeah. They don't have a good late game. So it's just odd.
And even, like, we already mentioned why the mid lane and bottom lane could be very difficult to find kills, very difficult to create pressure on Wisp Tinker. And here's the last thing. With this Bounty Hunter pick, if they put Prophet safe lane, if VP tries to go aggressive tri-lane, which I actually think they're going Beastmaster mid now, it looks like. So Beastmaster mid, tri-lane with the Gyrocopter, Airman's going to be playing that, and then Prophet is going to be in the safe lane. But a pooled Bounty Hunter absolutely crushes a Prophet. So if they pull this Bounty, Santa's just going to have a horrible time of it. Even if they even if they give him sentries, it's still hard to zone him out of the lane with an early poor man shield. So we'll see how this all develops, but I'm really feeling like Fnatic, all they have to do is win one, maybe two of their lanes, and it's just going to be almost impossible for VP to recover. But we'll see.
I think the lesson that we have learned today is that everybody beats Prophet. Prophet is just this frail old man, and if you don't give him 30-minute farm, he don't do nothing, right? Like, Darkseer jumps all over him.
Did you not just watch the Prophet from last game?
Well, no. That was after he gets, like, blings, you know.
Yeah, he had double divine at the end of that game.
Right, but that's after like 40 minutes of farm. Like 2 minutes in the game, even neutral creeps like make fun of Santa and his Prophet. But we'll see. He is going to be going jungling here.
Going Roche.
But immediate smoke. Are they Roche?
Maybe, because they could go Inner Beast. They've chanced to tank the tower. They're a bit lacking of physical damage, but what else are they up to? This does look like a level 1 Roche.
Yeah, they're going straight for it. This is going to be sick.
Where's that Inner Beast?
Inner Beast gets gonna. I think it's. I don't know how quickly they could do it.
Yeah, they don't really. They can do this. It's gonna take a while though, and let's see if Fnatic is prepared. Fnatic, they expect.
It's so dangerous to also do it against a bounty hunter, right? Do you have sentries?
I assume they do.
They do, yeah. KSI does have the sentry, but
here's the interesting thing. Fnatic expects an offensive tri-lane. That's pretty obvious. So they expect VP's going to go in their jungle to set up wards. So when they don't see them, they got to figure Roche is up, even if they didn't already count on it. Roche is at half HP. This is not looking like it's going to work. Trixie does get caught. The Rocket Barrage is there. Oh, Trixie. Well, now they should get Roche. Maybe not. They're going in. CK Wisp level 1.
Can't do much. All right, so I'm not sure if that's an intended bait for it, or it's just like something free they picked up. That's first
This
blood.
happened earlier today. The same very similar thing happened. It was a little bit different. Team Liquid actually fell victim to it because basically, like, you force the enemy team to come fight you 5v5, but they don't have a good 5v5 level 1 lineup. It's very clever, but at the same time, Bounty Hunter did run directly into the Roche pit. I guess they didn't have much of another choice. They could have maybe scouted with the Wisp orbs, but you always go for Tether at level 1. So yeah, they just didn't have any choices.
They could have ran in as a team. I mean, you know
they would have.
Beastmaster's
Oh, come on. There's Keeper of the Light. You can't 5-man that.
true, but you know Beastmaster's gonna have Inner Beast. You know Treants, or you know Prophet's gonna have Treants. They just don't have that many good like level 1 spells on their own, aside from Rocket Barrage. But in any case, they're back in the mid lane here. Era and Tomorrow's gonna be trading hits here and there, but having that first blood is very, very helpful. Did you catch who actually got it? The first blood? Keeper of Light, I think. So Keeper of Light gets quick upgrades, immediate boots if you want, or even more wards if you want. So that's going to really help him in this early game. And you can see that's harassing the bot lane, or at least trying to. But again, how are you actually going to go into this lineup? Tinker Marcher Machine is no joke. You can't really ever dive him.
Yeah, and even if you dive him and he drops low, suddenly he's disrupted. You're taking March damage the whole time, and it just goes the other way. And the mid pulls, they're doing their best to shut it down. You see this ward, which does block the mid pull camp, but already, I think that was either 2 or 3 creeps denied off the bat, and that's just a Beastmaster. He needs that fast level 6. Oh, top lane, Santa. This is what I'm talking about with the pooled Bounty Hunter. This is something Prophet just can't deal with it, and he also went right into Basilius because, oh, they gotta kill bottom. Sorry, I missed that. On Hani, which, what you'd think would be able to happen, but looks like he was way out past where he should have been. But
yeah, miscommunication on Fnatic side. That should never happen.
But here's the thing, Prophet went right into Basilius because they were going level 1 Roche, and now he has no way to lane against this Bounty Hunter.
He really does not, especially with that Orb of Venom plus Janata. Like, he can't actually even go into the lane here. And Trixie's just gonna windwalk up to him. He salves her right now, gets cancelled by a Janata, or by a
what a
Shuriken toss.
Trixie's an asshole.
I mean, hey, what is Prophet gonna do? Again,
It's
Prophet is just a frail old man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Here comes an Invis Fly. And he's going to rotate down towards the bottom lane. I think Hani just got out a little bit too far. He tried to march, and then he got caught by the lift, the barrage combo. How do you feel about the way this game's developing? I sort of go back to what I said in the draft. I still feel like as long as Fnatic wins 1, maybe 2 of their lanes, it's almost impossible for them to lose this mid game. Then mid lane, they're looking to go in.
Ooh, they're getting that reality. That's an immediate stun into a 2-second stun. Tomorrow's gonna drop the first blood for sure. No, drop a kill. Wisp is gonna pick that one up. Now, the goal is not that important for Wisp, but the level is so important. You want to hit 6 as soon as possible. And the cool thing about Wisp is that it really doubles the regen in lane. You see that he's giving the salve, giving the clarity back to Arrow. So very nicely done.
Yeah, and also killing that solo means that he's going to get even a little bit more experience than he normally would. The one thing VP could look to do is really pressure this bottom tower, try and get the early tier 1 and then start rotating. Here comes Prophet. This is smart. This is really smart. He's not going to do anything top, so just start pressuring bottom lane now, and Hani's in trouble.
Well, that March might actually get a lot of kills. Santa's taking tower aggro with the March on top of him, and Santa so low, but they are going to transition into the push. There's a good thing about Ring of Basilius if he's going to activate it. Meanwhile, it looks like Fly gets picked up, tossed into that, into the Luminate. He's going to get surrounded by 4 heroes plus some Treants. Fly's going to go down here as well. And last time I checked, Bounty Hunter's not exactly the most potent pusher in the game, so he can't really even punish Prophet from TPing away.
This is as good as this looks for VP. We have to remember, Wisp is sitting mid, pulling. CK is getting free farm. Bounty Hunter's already up to 20 CS. And VP, yes, they're getting kills. They'll get the early tier 1, but they're not getting a lot of experience. Rubik's level 3, Gyrocopter's level 3, Prophet's level 4 is one of your solos. Even the Beastmaster, oh, mid lane. That's a dead Beastmaster. Nobody can dual lane against it. It's like so impossible. You have to run a dual lane against it, but you really can't on the Dire because, again, they can just mid pull you. I feel the only way to counter the CK Wisp mid in this kind of a game is to have an aggressive jungler like a Chen, but ideally an Enchantress, and, well, they don't have it. Era's up to level 6. No-Tail's only 3, but a CK is this big this early. There's a lot of heroes he would like to kill.
Yeah, I mean, just going back to the draft real fast, perhaps that's why they banned the OD. I mean, OD plus another support could easily handle this lane, because Disruption is, you know, save your support, save yourself. And here go another die reality into another stun. Darius comes to TP. That's a 4-second stun. That's 2 TP comes in right now. No-Tail gets caught, and he's dead, but Beastmaster also died. Can they get one more kill? That's a question. And yes, they are going to get the kills. Well, when you're using 3 TPs, you get the kill, but I'm not sure what's actually... I guess it's ultimately worth it in a sense. Beastmaster did die, though.
Yeah, gold-wise, lead for the Dire. Experience-wise, pretty close, pretty even. And this is the one thing this is the only thing they can do, is constantly push the lane. Don't allow the Wisp to get any kind of levels or farm. She already has boots in a bottle, though. How many kills does he have? He's 2-1-1. That's a very farmed Wisp, especially going mid, doing mid pulls. they're not going to be able to get this tower, it looks like. Oh, they could easily get picked off. Here comes CK Wisp. Oh, God.
Oh, they're going to run into 3 heroes, just no F given right now. KSI in big trouble. Can he go down? Charging Illuminate. It's doing a lot of damage to No-Tail. No-Tail, he's got to bottle up. He's going to be able to re-tether back to Nera. That's exactly what he does. There's the stun. Santa's going to go down as well. And they're just spiraling out of control. They want more. Can you get into another reality? Where's the Tether? Tether cooling down a couple of seconds, but No-Tail just dies to the tower shot. And suddenly, NS still dying under tower. Trixie out of mana at this point here. Can he make it away? He will. Just simply too fast. CK trapped under his own tower. The Rockets should be able to finish him.
He dead.
I don't know.
He's
gonna run him. He's gonna suicide to neutral. At least try. Oh, okay. He's gonna get. It looked close for a second.
Good effort there. Good effort. Airman's up to level 6. This is actually a very scary level 6 hero in this game, because I've been talking a lot about how squishy VP is. Fnatic's pretty squishy too. Also, we have to go back to the dual lane mid. Beastmaster would normally be level 6 with this many kills being traded, but the mid pulls are the reason he's not. And with Roar there, that fight goes so badly for Fnatic. Instead, it's actually a decent fight. Gold lead still for VP, experience lead still for Fnatic. Hani has not been getting a good. He's not been having a good time bottom. He's only
TP back in the mid lane. Wisp already got his spirits. Nice dodge roll. He doesn't actually dodge the Illuminate. He's gonna die within the trees. Now CK left on his own, but he's gonna start killing people. Ooh, he should be fine. Fly on the middle of everything. He does have disruption available, but here comes a call down. That's gonna hit on Hani. Hani does drop his Marcher machine. Airman is stunned up. That should be the end of the engagement. Santa's still fine. Illuminate does hit on everybody. Rocket gets the kill on Hani. He dies to the last take of some right click attack. Kills all over the place right now. Wisp, though, is ever so close to level 6. He's just one tick of experience away.
I am not Trixie goes for Tranquil Boots, Soul Ring. Normally when you dominate your lane this hard, you rush the Phase Boots. Because one Janata crit takes... Right now, he could kill Airman with Phase Boots. Well, if he had a little bit more mana. Because you could have Phase... And, well, here comes the Wisp. They might go for it.
Yep, he's going to just tether to Trixie. And that should be it. Oh, there's a Sprout on top of him right now. Airman should use all these streaks right now. No-Tail, he's gonna die after Relocate. Relocate has a 90-second cooldown. He goes to Soul Ring, try to get the Shuriken toss kill. He does, and he goes back to Windwalk. Nicely played. But going back to what I said, Wisp Relocate, 90-second cooldown, and he's still a fairly good hero without Relocate, but you rush 6 just for that.
That was just impatient. You really want to go with Era. Have the bounty hunter setting up the vision, creating space for you, knowing where the kills are, and then CK Wisp comes in and cleans them up. You get track kills. You don't want to combo with the BH unless it's some sort of situation where you're easily going to get multiple kills. Just a little bit impatient, I feel, by Fnatic. And, well, with losing 2 of these early towers and the Tinker having a tough time, I mean, this is about... The score 8-11, I feel like it's even kind of worse than that. That death there on the Wisp is really going to cost them, because whenever Wisp is dead, you don't worry about that Wisp relocate ganking. Like you said, 90-second cooldown. It's time to farm safely for them.
Look at where KSI is right now, sitting with Kato. He's blasting. This is the most ninja Kato I've ever seen, and Fly's trying to swat him away. How ironic. And they do force him away, but Prophet starting to really get a push going. He doesn't have that. Oh, can they get the Beastmaster Roar? There's the Roar. Immediate. All the right click comes in, but here comes CK with the whip. They're going to focus down on KSI instantly. Can you do it? Yes, they can. They're going to keep on chasing. The Tether providing so much more regen. Ooh, looks like a toss back here that's going to prevent the Reality Rift. And Beastmaster's trapped. Look at the illusion trapping the hell out of Beastmaster. It should be fine with all these TP coming back in. The tower is denied, though, so that's a pretty big win for Fnatic.
Well, Trixie, they blew the roar on him there. Didn't actually drop the CK Wisp. Spending a lot of time moving around the map. Not level 7 yet on the Wisp. You get a lot of burst damage from those max spirits. And here comes the relocate. They're going on the bottom lane. They're going to pick off the gyrocopter. Split pushing too far by himself. And Airman will fall.
Yep.
Easy kill. And this is... There's always that comeback when you have CK Wisp.
Yeah, it's just so annoying to play against the CK Wisp. If you're not leading, any gank that you're trying to do, it could be a completely like a +2 counter gank. They're gonna try to get Trixie. There's a dust. They need a Sprout, and that should be it for Trixie. They're not even gonna. Well, they don't even have a Beastmaster Roar. I'm not sure he might actually survive. It's gonna be close. Nope. He should have tracked a lot earlier, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, you'd also like to see a Quelling Blade on a Bounty Hunter when you're up against a Prophet. Or a set of Tangos, but most likely the Quelling Blade. Since you're melee here, you're going to be able to use it throughout the game. Anyway, might have died there anyway, but he's getting picked off, and anytime one of these heroes is dead, it does mean that it's a little bit harder to fight. Tinker finally has Boots of Travel, though, and now Hani can start to stall the game. That's what this game sort of boils down to for Fnatic. They could have just easily stomped had they won at least 2 other lanes. Basically, all these bad engagements for them. Now it's up to Hani. Just push out the lanes, let Era get those basic items up, get the drums, maybe just rush the BKB, and all VP has to deal with that is the Roar. And we'll see if they're even able to get it off in the fights when they want to. So,
yeah, and Roar's not even that effective as a kind of a counteracting tool because there's always Disrupt to pull the person that got Roar out of harm's way. So, yeah, it's just going to be tough for Virtus.pro. I feel like Virtus.pro is going to play guerrilla tactics. They're going to strike here, strike there, and try to deal with the relocate as best as they can. They still need a way to actually kill the Wisp quick, and I just don't see it in their lineup. Maybe Rubik could steal some OP spells, but what are really going to steal? A Disruption? That might be the best spells. Track is, of course, what you really want, or maybe even a Marching Machine, but...
And Airman went for Max Flat Cannon, which normally when you need... Like you said, they're a bit lacking in Burst. Rocket Barrage is Burst.
Well, Wisp is going to send Illusion, and they do scout this, but they really can't do too much about it as their entire team is very, very spread open. So Virtus.pro sneaks a quick one. As I say that, though, the entire team is getting ready to come in. That's yet another Illusion. I don't think
this is taking a while. This is taking a while. He can tether to Illusions and be a real nuisance. No Tail gets caught out. Tethers away to safety. March starts to fly in. They're not going to... Oh, he got bashed in the March. That might cost Airman his life. There's a mech up already. Roche is low. Roche could be stolen here by Era. He's not used his ult yet. The call down comes out. He's zoned away in the pit. That's a big burst. Everybody's dropping low. Who's going to get this, Roche? Airman wants it. Era. Oh, the illusion there. Doing what it can. Roche is still alive. Era finally going to go into KSI. This is 3 kills. They're fighting in the March. This is trouble. KSI is going to drop. Double buyback. They know they need this Roche. They don't have the Roar triple for No Tail of all heroes, who relocated like 5 feet apparently, as the Aegis picked up by KSI. What an unmitigated disaster, and that is all about fighting near the Roche pit in the March of the Machines.
Wow, that opening created by a Wisp Illusion got the track off, and then the Marcher Machine, and suddenly everything snowballed out of control. They forced the early mech usage just to heal up from all the damage from the March, and suddenly Era just charged in, and suddenly, you know, the team fight didn't go so well. But Ennis trying to get some heroic going on, but without call. No, he does actually have call down. Let's see how much damage can Airman do. Not enough. That's the answer right now. They're gonna focus down on Trixie. They're gonna dust him up as well. Can you get the kill? Yes, they do. Marcher Machine's gonna drive the rest of them out, but a pretty big win here for Fnatic.
What is Fnatic doing? You just got the Aegis, your Wisp already used Relocate and TP back to base. Why are you diving the tier 1? That was a massive victory. You have the better late game. This is an opportunity to split push to farm. Well, Fnatic may be just playing a little bit impatient. It is actually quite late in Europe right now, so that may be factored into the equation. But all they really need to do after that fight is back off, go farm. Tinker gets his Blink Dagger or his Force Staff, then starts working towards the Sight Device. CK starts farming his BKB, and once those items are up, VP, and then Armlet maybe after that. That's pretty much all she wrote for them, so I'm a little surprised they went for that. Still, they hold on to the Aegis, so not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, we all know what Aegis means on carry hero. It just means like a second life and a lot more damage output, especially if the Wisp stays alive. But more importantly for the CK, CK is one of those, he's your carry hero, but he's expected to dive in first. So a lot of times your CK dies too many times in a game and doesn't actually get carry items. Aegis really mitigates that. No Tail, Era, Tether up here, and they're looking for somebody right now. It's 5-man Dota time for VP. If you don't want to die to the Wisp, you 5-man. But if you're 5-manning, you're not farming and gaining that EXP. The 2 supports are smoke ganking. This is not a good time to go smoke gank because you know the relocate's back up. And whoever you find, you're not going to kill quickly enough because you lack the burst, and that relocate is going to really turn the gank around.
Here's the good news about being smoked. You can't be relocate gank unless they see you, which they probably won't.
I guess that's the next level way to think about it. You can actually bait a carry. Bait a carry with, you smoke behind them, and they relocate in, and you just jump them.
That's actually very true. That's one of the few tactics VP has available to themselves. But if Fnatic's smart, they just won't take any fights. as I say that,
They don't
they're
have to,
going
but as I say, yeah, he jumps in right now. Where's the Beastmaster War? They want to focus on Era. Is that the person? There's a disruption, and you can see, oh, there's a relocate back. That works as well. That's OP, and this fight is going to drag on, and that Chaos Knight's going to come back. The question is, will they get help? Fnatic is Trixie's in the front line here. Here we go, they're back. There's an immediate blind Reality Rift, and they're gonna focus on Tomorrow. The Phantasm gets used as well. Tomorrow's dead instantly. They're gonna focus on NS as well. NS also dead. Man, this is not looking good.
No Tails looking to go in from long range. Doesn't need to. CK just swiping at everybody. KSI should fall soon. What is that tether? That's like 5 billion range. Oh my goodness. No Tails just showing his moves. Look at the gold grab. All of a sudden, a direct vertical spike up. That's track gold. That's the power of this global lineup. And it's just the fact that VP, I mean, really, I feel like they just kind of lost this one at the draft as far as like their opportunity to do anything this game. They can try and fight, but it takes some serious blunders from Fnatic. If Fnatic play the safe, sit back and farm, how does VP win? Your Gyro's not that fat. He's not going to be able to get a lot of farm because he's up against CK Wisp. You don't really have the gold advantage to counter because Prophet didn't go for a Midas. I mean, what is your way out of this situation? I don't see it.
I have no clue, man. I'm gonna agree with you. Maybe they didn't lose it right at the draft. I think they lost it at the 2 Roshan fights. Remember the first Roshan fight? Even they got the first blood, which sounds like a good thing, but they really skill the heroes in a very awkward position. You talked about how Prophet can't do anything with the Ring of Basilius up on top. He lost lane flat there. Beastmaster, he has Inner Beast at level 1 against a CK Wisp lane. He lost it right there. So it just, and of course the second Roshan fight, it was so close. They were almost gonna get it. And suddenly, one thing led to another, and that didn't work out for them. And this game is really out of their hands. And yeah, back to your question, how do you come out of this? They do have some of the most annoying counter push. They still have Illuminate, they still have the Beastmaster Access, and the Wrath of Nature. It is going to be difficult to actually get high ground against this team, but Fnatic's gonna just get so much gold advantage because of that track.
But Fnatic has the Siege Breaker, and that's the CK Wisp combo. City at your tower, no problem. We're gonna tether Reality Rift, stun you into oblivion. The missile is chasing back arrow, gets sprouted. It's a nice way to set up the missile, but he Reality Rifts out of that. Remember, he's got Aegis. He doesn't have Phantasm though. He runs back into them, a slight misclick there. He will drop. Unless there's a disruption, which there's not. The fly can disrupt him, so it looks like VP is going to back. Are they going to call down? Are they going to rocket barrage? They were a little indecisive there. Secondary rocket is thrown out. Now Virtus Pro gets the Aegis, gets out, and Trixie's just sort of running around, trying to find an opening. Throwing out the dust. They knew he was there earlier because of the track. Well, they got rid of the Aegis. Something going their way, but they need a little bit more.
Yeah, and of course, very good decision for Virtus Pro to actually back off. Even though they surrounded the CK, Wisp got off a tether, and disruption would have followed up, and you can actually relocate a person out even when they're disrupted if you're tether up. So they would never have killed that CK, and they probably would have died taking way too much March damage. It looks like these two are, again, off to no good, looking for somebody to kill.
Oh, I mean, it looks like they might have almost gone on bottom, which would not have been a good idea, but they get the tier 1 mid. And if Fnatic play this properly, Tinker just pushes, CK Wisp go gank whoever comes to defend the tower, and eventually they get their core items, and right now it seems like Fnatic is settling back into that nice, easy rhythm. And Hani is our lead farmer, and boy, Hani was level 4 at like 8 minutes into the game. He was completely shut down. They had 4 heroes in his lane. He gave up an early kill. Gem up on No-Tail, but I mean, now Hani's right back in it, and he's going for a very early gem on No-Tail. They want to have the vision advantage, and they're going to go on mid momentarily if Santa approaches this creep wave.
Yeah, I mean, Hani playing the Tinker, one of the easiest here to actually come back from any kind of disadvantage. Once you get the Breach of Travel, you just farm all over the map. CK is the only person that you really need to sure farm with, and how fast can a CK farm, right? You leave him a lane, and he should be good for a long time. But it looks like, again, with CK just roaming around the map, they are even seen, but sure, you see them. What can you do about it?
Dun, 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 dun. I'm just watching these two run all over the place. And the push top, the pressure's going to come in here. And if you try to defend your tower, there's 5 heroes here. It's always the threat with the CK Wisp. You can farm 2 lanes and basically have 5 heroes pushing 1 lane within a matter of seconds. So annoying to play against. So freaking annoying to play against. I mean, I'm just sort of speaking to, like, this is how you feel when you play against a well-executed CK Wisp, and this is not the smoothest CK Wisp, but it's good enough for this game. And at this point, it's just absolute frustration to deal with it. And yeah, look, they can't even defend their towers with 3 there because they know that +2 could come at any moment.
Yeah, and I actually take back what I said about the turtling power of the Dire team. You talked about how CK could actually, you know, charge in and break a siege. Tinker could actually slow siege you because he could layer multiple March on a single position, and not even anybody could come in to kind of drop AoE or whatnot. So eventually, Fnatic's gonna find their way. So I feel like Fnatic is playing well-polished, executed Dota 2. And Virtus Pro, they're like playing Neopets or something right now. They can't get anything going.
It's not really how they're playing. I mean, at this point, it's just
yeah, it's not because they're playing bad. It's just
it does
have
that funny feel to it, though. I agree with you.
Yeah. Shout out to Neopets, I guess.
Oh, I think Hani's going Dagon. He's feeling confident here.
Oh, there's a relocate back in right now. Gonna be on top of 2 heroes. Oh, where's the CK? No tail. You left your friend behind, and that's gonna be a good.
They're still running. I don't think they realized it in time. They could have gone on no tail there.
What was that?
That was maybe the CK. That was some miscommunication.
I take that back. They were playing Neopets because I don't know what kind of polished Dota requires TPing nobody in.
You know, it's either the tether just wore out or Era broke it. When in doubt, if you're the Wisp, blame the carry for running away from you, even if it's not his fault.
Oh man. Well, that should have been a team wipe because a CK Wisp teleporting on a Beastmaster and Kato right there should have been dead. And now they're gonna try to get something going up top. But here we go. This should be a very good time to fight on the bot because Chaos Knight, he does have a teleport. So does Wisp, I imagine. Yeah.
They don't have pipe and they're up against Tinker, but yeah, they're gonna let the tower fall. Because the Tinker's not in position. No, he's going to try to defend it. He's got to shift Q that blink. He will. They could still get it with the axes and the roar. Oh, yeah. He could have gone for the kill there. A little surprised he didn't. Could have axed it into the cheese, then immediately roared, but they let the tower fall.
That one tree just blocking vision, and that should be fine. As immediate smoke, are they going to try to...
Back in.
Ooh, that could be very greedy. Yeah. If they could get a pick here, it could be at least some damage on tier 3. But you can see CK and Wisp back on top already has relocate back up in just a couple of seconds. So any big dive could be a little bit too dangerous.
Yeah, CK Wisp ready to go. Just waiting. And they are smoked up right now, but they're all also off the map. If you look at the Radiant Vision, they don't see any of this, so they have to be suspicious. And Dagon is up on Hani. Blink Dagon. This is a nice way to taser down some of those squishy supports. With CK Wisp and Tinker, look at the burst damage. It's going to be ridiculous, and these supports are just going to melt. And it looks like Fnatic is content at this point just to slowly but surely accrue the items they need. What they really need right now is the CK BKB. So even if he gets roared, there's really only magic damage to deal with him. Gyro doesn't have any carry items. Gyro's gonna get caught by the tether. Reality Rift combo. Chaos Bolt is thrown out there. Not really even needed, and down he goes.
And here we go. Let's see how well the Dire team could actually defend against the push. They're down a couple of heroes. CK just doesn't carry. No, he does get roar, but again, how much damage can he actually do? Blink, laser, Dagon just seals the deal. The high ground was broken, and that should be a Rax.
He's got 14 freaking armor and almost 2,000 health, and he's armlet toggling. Hani's diving. He wants some Dagon kills. Give me that gold. He will taser him down. Triple for Hani. And this is pretty much it.
Yeah, if the chase started up top Rax and ended up at bot Rax,
and now they're all
the game's not going well.
Well, they might have to...
Actually, they didn't even get a Rax.
They're going back in.
This is like, I don't care we're in your base. We're going to just take a fight. Everybody's teleporting in one by one. What is Fnatic doing? They actually haven't took a Rax yet, which is... It's cool and all, you kill everybody, but...
Oh,
you know,
Arrow there, he almost armlet toggle while the tower could have killed him, but he is going to turn it right back on. Oh, I hear relocate, and we're going back to base to heal. Okay. Didn't miss anything.
So Wisp's got the mech now, and that's 750 healing for a single target. That's insane. So I'm not sure, but they're gonna try to come back and kill No Tail. Yeah, No Tail is picked up. No, but here comes the relocate. Here comes the overcharge. They have the mech as well. So if you don't burst that Wisp down, there's that mech usage. And Illuminate gets dropped on top. Santa's just right quickly for all his worth, which is not by much. No Tail will find. No, he gets disrupted, and he will last alive. No, back out. No Tail's a magician. And he should be okay now. He's gonna actually still earn up, and they're gonna focus on Airman. Airman's dead, and Fnatic's looking really, really poised now to take a lot more kills, and perhaps they will take the Rax this time.
This is the end, and VP knows that they tap out. Those disruptions so incredibly clutch, and you mentioned it. That combo is flat out broken. Disrupting the Wisp, but then she relocates back her ally. Oh boy. Or vice versa. That's just such a ridiculous combo. Oh man.
It really is. There's nothing you could do about it. I don't think like even global silence or anything could take them out. So yeah, Fnatic takes this one, and they're gonna face what, Team Liquid tomorrow?
I guess maybe if you have a well-timed glimpse, that's like the one way you could kind of mess up that combo, but pretty or X marks the spot, perhaps. Yeah, so it's gonna be Team Liquid playing against not Fnatic, or yes, Fnatic, against Fnatic. Fnatic take this series. Kind of an interesting back and forth. This game I felt really mostly came down to the laning decisions in the draft, because you gotta know Bounty Hunter who's pulled is gonna crush Profit. VP kind of boxed themselves in the corner. The first pick Wisp, they responded with Profit, which kind of just played into Fnatic's hands, even though they wanted to deny them the global combo. But yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. Fnatic versus Team Liquid in a best out of 5. But before we get to tomorrow, we do have one fistful of Tango's best out of 3 coming up. That will be S4 versus Cinderin, and it's coming up right after this. I'm LD, he's Lumi. Lumi, any parting words or shoutouts for the viewers?
No, thanks for having me. It was great best of 3 series. That game too was just one of the more epic Dotas. If you guys haven't caught it, you guys should definitely check it out on VODs. It's on Beyond the Summit TV, I believe, is it?
That's correct. BeyondTheSummit.tv. We are starting a studio in LA. You guys should definitely check it out. If you want to support us, go visit our Kickstarter over on Indiegogo.com. BeyondTheSummit.tv is the place. That's the short way to get there, basically. And you can check out, learn more about our project. Lumi will be doing some work with us. Lots of other people in Los Angeles will be. Lots of great Dota figures like Fluff and Stuff, Blitz, and more. So if you want to help us out, definitely check that out. But we're not done yet. We have one more series coming up. For now, that wraps up our action for today. We have the grand finals of this particular tournament, the Weekend Cup. It awaits tomorrow at 18 CET. That will be a best out of 5. But for now, we're going to sign off, wrap up this match. See you guys soon. David and David, out the window.